Ladies and gentlemen, for 210 days, look on the screen right now, 210 consecutive days, Bitcoin has been in the very same macro structure. It's been in the same pattern the entire time. And that is a descending channel formation. So nothing's really changed for about 7 months now. People have been falling asleep, getting bored, they're going into hibernation. I've mentioned it many times now. In fact, I've been mentioning it for about a month because that's how long people have been super bored for, maybe even longer than that. But the reality is, even though we haven't seen a macro breakout, and even though without a macro breakout, you technically shouldn't be making any major macro decisions, there have been things that have happened within this channel formation that have shifted the probability of the channel breaking either bullish or bearish. And one of those things is what we saw just 7 hours ago. It is the most recent thing we've seen, a very major data point for Bitcoin. 7 hours ago, we saw the weekly candle close. And in this video, I will be recapping what happened there, whether it was good or bad. Here's a hint for you. It was good. In fact, it was very good. Almost perfect. There was one small thing about it that's not that great, but we'll discuss all of that today. We'll recap what happened there, and we'll give you an idea of how probabilities have shifted due to that weekly candle close. And I'll end off the video by discussing what I'm going to be talking about tomorrow, which is the threat of recession on traditional markets and whether we should take that seriously, and at what point we should take that seriously, because there is actually a threat still there lurking. It's not confirmed by any means, but we'll discuss that tomorrow. That's more the bearish scenario. Right now, in today's video, we're discussing more of the bullish scenario, because the bullish scenario, of course, in my view, is more likely, especially with this recent data point coming through. But it's crypto. Probabilities can shift overnight. We can only discuss what we see right now, and what we see right now is a great weekly candle close. So let's look at that in just a moment here. Before we do, I want to inform you that the VIP results, right? The results in the VIP group have been released. Okay, the Q3 results for the last 3 months. They were a 78.32% win rate. Great stuff there. If you're interested in getting trading signals on Telegram, you can do so. I post altcoin trading signals with my entry, sell points, everything you need in video format. So check that out if you're interested. And the last thing I'll mention before we get into it is the Bit2Nix exchange. If you want an exchange that is global, non-KYC with no location or country restrictions, this is the one for you. Very low in trading fees, hundreds of trading pairs. Full reserves information release, and with my referral link down below, you will get a 15% trading fee discount for life. So check that out. It takes 30 seconds to sign up. Let's get into the content. So before we look into the weekly candle specifically, I want to look into this more medium-term chart. It's a bit more sprawled out. There's a lot of lines everywhere. It might look like a bit of a mess, but let me explain it to you very quickly. I've gone over this many times. I'm just going to go over it one more time here today because it's relevant to the weekly candle close. Bitcoin is in a descending channel formation, as we know. There's 3 lines within the descending channel formation that matter. One of them is the top line, the resistance line. One of them is the support line, the bottom line, and one of them is the center line, which never gets anywhere near as much as attention, and it actually deserves it, right? The center line defines the lower range from the channel from the upper range of a channel, and basically defines whether we're in bullish or bearish strength within the channel itself, which can give us a very good high resolution picture about what is likely to happen in terms of the breakout of the channel as a whole. So what we can see specifically on this occasion is that the center line of a channel has acted very clearly as resistance and support on multiple times throughout the existence of this channel. So it may look like nothing's happened here for 7 months, but if you zoom in and you add in the center line, you can see constant interactions with the center line of a channel itself. So even if you disagree with the validity of the top or bottom lines, the center line proves the validity of both the top and bottom lines, as it is a parallel structure. So a very valid, very, very valid channel. The center line proves that. And the center line also acts, as I said, as an interaction point between the top and the bottom of a channel, and an interaction point between bullish and bearish strength. What we've seen recently is a test of the bottom of the channel on 2 occasions. The first test going downwards to around 49K, the second going to around 53K. This formed the first higher lows. So with higher lows, you get higher highs. We've got higher highs, therefore an upwards trend with higher lows and higher highs. Great to see. When we're in descending channel formation, obviously that's a channel, a formation that generally leads to downwards trends forming with lower highs and lower lows. Us seeing higher highs and higher lows here is the first step towards us breaking the channel as a whole to the upside. So that's the first positive inclination of a good thing there. The second is a hidden bullish divergence, or just a regular bullish divergence with higher lows on the RSI and lower lows in the price chart via the candle closes, not the wick. So that's the second positive inclination there. And the third thing we've seen, I should say positive point of evidence, the third thing we've seen is actually flipping very clearly that center line for support. So we came upwards after seeing that bullish divergence, after seeing the formation of an upwards trend. We came upwards, rejected from the center line, came downwards a bit, retraced, bounced off major support, came upwards, formed the upwards trend properly with a higher high, came back downwards on this most recent move, retested the support zone there, the center line, and flipped that to the upside now. Great to see. So 3 very clearly decisive points of bullish evidence within the channel itself, all of which have flipped Bitcoin pretty massively bullish within the channel. So no macro confirmation's been seen. Okay, we have not broken the channel yet, but even without breaking the channel, what we've done over the last basically month and a half is exceptionally good. It's taken Bitcoin from being in a pretty real threatening and concerning position after this recent drop here to putting Bitcoin in a position of strength once more. And this strength has further been consolidated on the weekly candle close we just saw. This is where we can get into recapping what happened there. So not only did Bitcoin go downwards and flip the center line of a channel, but in doing this, it also managed to hold on to the bull market support band on the very same weekly candle close where we saw a clean wick down to support right there. The bull market support band, if we zoom into shorter time frames, very clearly acting as a point of support and a point of resistance on occasions I'm circling. And on the most recent move down to the center line of a channel, it was pinning us downwards. A neckline was formed on a cup and handle formation, and the bull market support band was essentially pinning us downwards. If we failed to see a weekly candle close above that bull market support band, we were going to be in a really concerning position. And just hours before the weekly candle close actually occurred, in fact, literally within 60 minutes of the weekly candle close occurring, we were still below it, okay? So us deciding, Bitcoin deciding to impulse to the upside literally 60 minutes before that weekly candle close, just in the nick of time, proves that that weekly candle close was the critical level of resistance, and us breaching that is a very, very, very positive indication for the medium-term price on Bitcoin. Now we've come upwards, we've got new resistance here at 63K, but ultimately that doesn't really matter. What matters is we managed to close above that bull market support band with the clean wick down to the base of the center line, holding it for support and flipping it. Great news there for Bitcoin. Now the one thing you can say about this weekly candle close, which might be considered bearish, well, is considered bearish, let's say, is the fact that it technically still was a bearish engulfing candle. But this, in comparison to what we saw, the nuances of the candle itself, flipping that center line, getting above the bull market support band again, even during a correction, it preceding a move to the upside in excess of 25% or something like that. I mean, this is a negligible point, I think. I don't think it's concerning at all, but we saw a bearish engulfing candle there. We know that candles can be misleading. They lack context. Now, it's a point to the bears, but there's so many points to the bulls within this candle that I don't think it matters too much. So great stuff with that weekly candle close. Very good. I don't want to drag this out too long because there's not many points to be made, but it does add to the stack of bullish evidence that is gathering right here. Ethereum's looking okay as well. Just like Bitcoin holding support on the RSI, just like Bitcoin flipping a critical level, now finding new resistance. Total 3, again, same thing, holding support on the weekly chart RSI, holding the bull market support band, not quite closing above it, but holding onto it, great to see. So the charts are in a pretty decent position. S&P flipping its previous all-time high for support and heading upwards. None of them have seen macro breakouts, like S&P is still below all-time high, Total 3 is still below critical resistance zone it rejected from, Ethereum is still below a critical resistance zone which it rejected from as well. So nothing's actually been confirmed on a macro scale, so it's not really a buy signal by any means, but it is, again, just adding to the bullish evidence. Now, I just want to mention before we end it, don't get too ahead of yourself, right? If you see a video like this, you see a green title, a green thumbnail, you see me with the bullish sentiment, it's not really a sign for you to jump headfirst into the market. I'm telling you right now, I'm for the most part on the sidelines here. I'm on the sidelines. I don't really care too much about buying right now because I still see the fact that we haven't seen a macro breakout as concerning. I still see charts like the DXY pretty concerning right now. This is a chart that is reverse correlated to Bitcoin. When it goes up, Bitcoin goes down. And it is bouncing from support right now. Now, it hasn't broken upwards. It hasn't broken its RSI. It hasn't broken indicators. It's not really in a confirmed breakout. But the fact that it's even bouncing here in the first place is a little concerning. And until it rolls over, there's no macro confirmation. So what we've seen here is merely a step in the right direction. It's not an absolute buy indicator. It's a step in the right direction. So ground yourself in reality with that. And in tomorrow's video, we'll discuss the bearish scenario, when to take it seriously, which is the main part. So guys, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Good stuff, that weekly candle. Hopefully it continues here and we'll keep you updated in the coming days. Guys, thanks for watching. Again, check out Bitunix exchange, 15% trading fee discount with my referral link down below. Takes 30 seconds to sign up. Go ahead and do it. You're not going to regret that. It's a great exchange. I use it personally. So go ahead and do that. I wouldn't advertise if I didn't like it. Another thing is the VIP group. Altcoin Trading Signals just released our 3 months of trading results there, making it up to basically, I think, 27 months of trading results publicly available. I don't hide anything. It's all transparent. And the last thing I'll mention is the Crypto Academy's Become a Trader 10-unit course, teaching you everything you need to know about trading. It's on sale right now. If you want to learn how to trade, that's where you can do it. TA, fundamentals, everything you need. It's all there. Check it out on the website down below. Guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I'll catch you tomorrow.